Buzz release notes, February 6th, 2020. In these release notes, the items that I think you should be aware of and that I will explain are the updates to the student grades screen. From a demo student homepage here, I can go to the grades area of one of my courses, and I'm going to see these new indicators. I'm also going to go over how these are set up from the teacher perspective. So the first one is items that are not included in the final grade calculations have an X next to them. If I hover over this icon, I will be able to see that indicated here. From a teacher's perspective, the way that I set that up is I go into the editor, and then I click on the activity, or as I'm creating the activity, I choose the setting to not include in final grade. So if I wanted to include this in the final grade, I would be sure to select this. By not selecting it, it will not be included. The next one is extra credit activities have a star icon next to them. For an editor, I click on an activity, I go into the settings, and here I see this activity counts as extra credit, so be sure to mark that. Alright, then the next ones are activities that require a passing grade in order for the student to pass the course, have an up and down thumb next to them. So you see here on the left-hand side, this one requires a passing score, and I did receive that, so I have a thumbs up. This one required a passing score, but I did not receive the proper passing grade, so I have a thumbs down. In order to set this up from an author perspective, I open up the activity, I go to my settings, and in the advanced gradebook options, I need to choose require a passing score for course credit. And I also need to be sure that I have a passing score indicated here. And the last one I want to talk about is activities with scores that have been dropped as part of the lowest score now have a down arrow next to them and crossed out. In order to set this up, there are a couple things you need to do from the author's perspective. The first is we need to open the activity, and in the settings, we need to make sure that it is in the grading category that activities can be dropped. And then we go down to Advanced Gradebook Options and choose Score Can Be Dropped from Calculated Course Score. In order to have items dropped in a course, we'll need to look at the categories. The item will be dropped from the scores that are in the category that you allow scores to be dropped. To set up this category, we go to our course settings icon and down to the grading categories. Click on the category that you want scores to be dropped. In this example, it's homework, and I'm choosing to drop the lowest score. All three of these things need to be done in order for it to drop and show the indicator as seen here.